Today, it's part 2 of my first appearance in comics characters challenge thing that I was tagged in. Stick around.
DJ Links is in the building.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Links, back in the building, back in effect, and back with another video. And today is my top 10 first appearance of comic book characters, part 2. Because I already did this video. I did my 10 through 1 of my first appearances that I have in my comic book collection, and then I was tagged again by my guy, Mr. Pops Addict. I don't want to say my guy. This man demands respect. Pops Addict, Mark from Legion of Comics, his dad. So big shout out to Pops for tagging me. And this is gonna be my 20 through 11. So my top 10, part 2. There's still some banger books. I gave you some hints in the first video, and I'll link that down in the description as well, 1 through 10. But there's still some bangers in here, so let's start it off. So up first, this is a personal favorite of mine. This is the first appearance of the Defenders Marvel feature number 1. It came out in December 1971. This one is graded at a CGC 8.5 white pages. I picked this up last year, and this is just a fantastic cover all around. Gorgeous Neil Adams cover. RIP Mr. Neil Adams. We lost him recently, and I absolutely love this cover. Up next, we have Uncanny X-Men number 221 from September 1987. This one is graded CGC white pages 9.6. And this is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, Nathaniel Essex. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not one for spec. Like, I don't really do spec, but there's some stuff that I might tell you every once in a while, pick up, because it's gonna heat up. This is one of those books where I urge you, if you see it in good condition, whatever the case may be, pick it up. This book is bound to explode, I think, when the X-Men are introduced in the MCU. I think Mr. Sinister is the next bad to go. We already got a terrible version of Apocalypse. We got Sabretooth. We got Magneto. We already seen all those guys on screen. So I think they're gonna do. They're gonna pull an okie doke on us, and they're gonna go with something different. And the next villain in that awesome X-Men stable is more than likely going to be Mr. Sinister. So pick this book up. So next on the list is a personal favorite of mine, and it means more to me now with the recent passing of Mr. George Perez, and that is Future Imperfect number 1, The Incredible Hulk Future Imperfect number 1, Marvel Comics, January 1993. This book came out when I was 13 years old, graded CGC 9.8 white pages, and this is the first appearance of Maestro, the future version of the evil Hulk. It's funny because I got this recently and I sent it to get slabbed. Didn't press it, just sent it out. It came back a 9.8. I also bought the trade paperback because I had never read it, and trade paperback with issues 1 and 2, and it was fantastic. You know, I love my Hulk stuff and I love Maestro, and it means that much more to me now since the passing of Mr. George Perez. Next on the list is Nova number 1, Marvel Comics, September 1976, CGC 8.5, white pages, and this is a newsstand copy. So, why did I buy this? Oops, this is the origin and first appearance of Nova, Mr. Richard Rider, first appearance of Ginger J. Ginger J to the stage, Ginger J to the stage. That's where my mind goes. Beautiful newsstand copy. I got this. It's funny. So I had this way before YouTube, or I started collecting books like heavy. I had Slabs. So before YouTube, I had a bunch of Slabs, and this is one of the ones where before I knew about what spec really was, before I learned a lot of my spec stuff from Pressable Defects, Keep It Thorough, like dudes like that. I was just like, this character is bound to come to the MCU one day, especially if they're doing all the cosmic stuff. So I picked this up 8.5 at the time. I think I paid $50 for this. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Wait a minute, maybe I am lying. No more than $100 for this. I don't remember what it was, but it was definitely not more than $100. I picked this up off of eBay, and I think it was a good purchase. This book has been heating up as of late. I think they announced that Nova is going to be in the MCU. They're working on something, but I don't know if it's a Richard Rider or if it's a Sam Alexander. So boom, Nova #1. Next on the list, Incredible Hulk number 271 from May of 1982. And this is the first comic book appearance of Mr. Rocket Raccoon, CGC 9.4 white pages. When I say first comic book appearance of Rocket Raccoon, I think he debuted in maybe a previews magazine or some sort of magazine way back when. I know Star-Lord is another one of those characters that debuted outside of a comic book. It was like a magazine. It was like, I don't know what it was, but it was an oversized book. But this is the first comic book appearance of Mr. Rocket Raccoon, and I remember picking this up raw off of my man, Mr. Streetside Anthony, and gave me a fantastic deal. I immediately sent it out to get pressed and sent it off to CGC. It came back at 9.4, which I am more than happy with. Yeah, so this is pretty dope. So next on the list, and this is the first CBCS slab appearance on the list, and this is Amazing Spider-Man number 41, graded CBCS 3.0. And this is the first appearance of Rhino. First appearance of Rhino 3.0, and it looks good. It does have the subscription crease down the middle, but this thing is in crispy shape. Like, it's dope, man. So on the back, it's not even that bad. Whatever the case is, I don't know why it got a 3.0. Off-white, the white pages. Like I said, first appearance of Rhino. Aleksey Sitsevich. I got this book raw out of a Man from Beantown box. I hit the GP that round, and I think I did a backflip. That's a lie because I'm too fat. I can't do a backflip. But in my mind, I did a backflip. You can't tell me nothing. And I was like blown away by this. Sent this off, got it pressed, sent it off to CBCS, and I am more than happy with this. First appearance of Rhino. Next on the list, New Mutants 98, graded CGC 9.6, white pages. And this is, of course, the first appearance of Deadpool, Gideon, and Copycat. First appearance of Deadpool, my bad. That means first appearance of Gideon, first appearance of Copycat as Domino, and then Richter leaves the New Mutants. Damn you, Richter. That's the big thing about this book, that Richter leaves the New Mutants. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's Deadpool. Next on the list, Fantastic Four number 49, and this is the first full appearance of Galactus, as well as the first appearance of Galactus's Punisher. And this is the second appearance of the Silver Surfer, graded CBCS 4.0, off-white, the white pages. And this came out in April of 1966. Beautiful, beautiful classic cover by Mr. Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott. Obviously Stan Lee and Jack Kirby with the story. Bittersweet story behind this. And then the next book that's coming up, I got these. Fantastic deal. You might have seen these on the channel. And then a week later or so, the person that sold these to me, he passed away. And I can't look at these books the same. Like, it's because that's all I think about is that guy passing away. And then I got these legit like a week before he did. But Fantastic Four number 49, first appearance of Galactus. Next up, Fantastic Four number 48, and this is the first appearance of the Silver Surfer. And this one is CBCS rated 3.5. And it's off-white pages, just straight up off-white. No off-white the white, just straight up off-white. And this is from March 1966. First appearance of Silver Surfer, first appearance of Galactus in cameo, a Skrulls cameo, Watcher cover an appearance, and an Inhumans appearance. These are one of the ones, if you could get your hands on it, yeah, I would definitely pick it up. It's picked up a lot of steam. We know the Fantastic Four is coming to the MCU. Spoiler alert, one of them is in the MCU, and you know, you can't have Fantastic Four without Silver Surfer. You can't have Silver Surfer without Galactus. So these books they're like guaranteed hits, and absolutely, I've always loved this cover because of the impending doom. I'll show this cover again. Like, look at the impending doom on everyone's face, from the Watcher to the Fantastic Four. Like, you know some shit is about to go down. And yeah, this is number 2 on my list. Absolutely love it. Now finally, the number 1 book on my list, and this is a book that I didn't have when I did my top 10 list originally. This would have definitely made that top 10 list, and this is the Incredible Hulk number 180, and this is listed as the first cameo appearance of Wolverine. Incredible Hulk number 180 from October 1974, off white pages, and this is CGC graded 7.0, and this is a Mark Jewelers insert variant. Yeah, it has a Mark Jewelers insert. First appearance of Wolverine and cameo on last page, one new appearance. Now, what's funny about this book, the other day, like legit, today is May 21st, right? Oh, happy birthday, the Notorious B.I.G. He would have been 50 today, I believe. But I digress. CLZ app, they list this now as the first appearance of Wolverine, no longer 181. I don't know if they're doing that with any other apps, if they updated that on any CGC labels, like newly submitted stuff, CBCS labels and newly submitted stuff. But that's it's interesting to know that this book is now being, in some circles, heralded as the first appearance of Wolverine. So that's pretty exciting. You know, OGs don't argue, we get both. So we got the 180 and we got the 181. But that's my top 10 list, or my 20 through 11, top 10 part 2, whatever you want to call it. That's my list. Big shout out to Mr. Pops Addict for tagging me. For my tags, I am going to tag my dude, Mr. Comic Book Drip Doggy. He has a lot of bangers, a lot of modern bangers variants, but I know he got some stuff in the stash. So I want to tag him so that he can show us his top 10 if he's willing to do that. I want to tag my guy, Mr. Picking and Punching, the Scoundrel Rod Grimes. I want to see what he has. And then finally, I want to tag my guy, Mr. Chamorro Cinema, Manny, Mr. Chamorro Cinema himself, to see what he has in the stash. Again, if you don't want to play, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good, brother. It's all good, baby. And that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. As always, subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, share this video, tell your friends about me, and as always, most importantly, spread love, because it's the Brooklyn way. Peace.